Hello, good morning, or good evening, or welcome to the middle of the day, or welcome to the middle of the night, or any times in between those times. My name is Ray. It is Tuesday, the 21st of April, and it is 8:31 a.m. And I'm with Babak.
And good evening, and to all of those things that you said. And it's actually 11:31 on Monday night, 20th of April.
Yeah, so this is the intro to the intro of the next episode, and look, this episode a bit of a success story in the creation of it, in the sense that we had no guest and we got a guest with just a couple of hours to spare once again. So I guess one of the biggest feats of this whole podcast, or one of the biggest things that you're proud of, is that we pulled it off, and we actually got 24 guests in 24 hours. It's like it's hard to even get like someone to commit to anything these days,
Yeah.
So we did that, and this
24 commitments.
Yes.
Back to back.
Well, no, yeah, we had some minor slip ups, like some people non-committing and then people recommitting.
I mean, it's pretty funny to award ourselves this praise when this was one of the episodes where a commitment was broken.
Yeah, but we still got through with a lifesaver of a guest, and Holly Burns, and she was such a good guest because I feel like at this point I'm dying. I'm so tired, and she's got so much energy that that was just quite needed to be injected into the room at that point.
Yes, from memory, she injected all the energy, and I think we asked her what. I feel like we asked her a question, and she was off, and that was fine by me.
Now, I also feel like it's around this episode where the mushrooms that you took in the Ed Gamble episode start to take place.
Did I take mushrooms that early?
Just a little bit. Yeah, you mentioned it in the Ed Gamble episode. When it finishes, you say you're taking some, and then it sort of just ends. And so I sort of figured on the re-listen, that's when you started taking it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it starts to really, because you're already so tired. It's just very sedative, more sedative, I believe.
Is this my excuse? Is this you trying to cover my lack of input?
Not necessarily. I'm literally just describing what happened.
You know when you leave a situation and then you come up with something really funny you could have said.
Yes.
Like afterwards.
Yes.
Imagine that, but for a sustained 24-hour period.
24 hours, yeah.
24 hours of thinking, I could have said that 6 months later.
But yeah, as you say in one of the episodes about the Malcolm Gladwell, it's like the 10,000 hours. It was actually pretty naive just to start a podcast without really, for 24 in a row, without, with no idea of what to say or when to say it. Or not when to say it. Actually, what the hell am I talking about? I knew when to say it. Obviously, I say it when we're recording it.
What?
Well, I said I've got no idea what to say or when to say it. But then I was like, no, the when I do know. Like it definitely. I'm not doing the podcast when I'm not there.
But yeah.
Even though actually sometimes we are.
I feel like I'm doing the podcast at all times.
Oh, you're right. The pre-podcast chat today was almost better than the podcast chat. The Shark Tank versus Dragon's Den chat that we had, which is just a.
I mean, look how your voice. Look how your voice.
It was good. It was good. It was just like, because it's called like Dragon's Den in Australia and America, as far as I know, is called Shark Tank. And I'm like, oh, that just seems so normal. Dragon's Den seems weird. It seems like a bit game. They've made it a bit Games of Thronesy. And then you were like, nah, that's the original one. And then Hugh Googled it, and he's like, nah, it's actually an original. It's originally a Japanese one. Tiger money. Yeah. So it's just like, oh, there's a marketable animal for each country. A bit more of a marketable animal for each country. That's very interesting.
I'm going to say that.
What would you call that? What would you call Dragon's Den?
Well, I would say that Shark Tank is too aggressive because, like, I mean, the point of the show is to go into business with someone, right? You're not getting dropped in a tank with a shark, and you're not supposed to feel completely threatened, are you?
No, but the money people are the sharks. This episode is with Holly Byrne, and we hope you enjoy it.
Babak and Ray have got nothing to say, and they're gonna try and say it all in one full day. Well, that's the world that we live in today, making things up, hoping and praying that all the guests are coming. We got a producer called Hugh. We didn't think about the money, we're worried what we're gonna do. Babak and Ray have got nothing to say. Babak and Ray have got nothing to say. 24 episodes locked in a day, and it's Monday.
Hey, you're listening to Babak and Ray Have Nothing to Say. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, and it's episode 17. That feels good to say that. 17.
17.
With
still nothing to say.
It's nothing to say. It's not helping. The time is not increasing our
less
depth of stuff. I can't even think of words to say anymore. Depth. And Stu, how are you going at the moment, man? How are you feeling?
I kind of got a little burst. So
he had a nap.
Yeah, Stu has been having a little power. I saw Stu fall asleep sitting at the chair at one point, like a little 2-minute power nap, I reckon. A little 2 minutes. He's having a little swallow.
It was a bit Christmas. So
that's a bit Christmas, a post-Christmas meal at the
so I thought best to go tend to it in the other room.
So we are episode 17. This is the 4 p.m. episode. We've had some trouble here. We had some dropouts. We had a replacement. We had another dropout with their replacement. And now we are back. We managed to get a guest about an hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago who I saw at a party a couple of nights ago, told about this idea. I knew they liked it. But the only times we left were early in the morning, and they were like, there's no way I'm coming early in the morning. I was like, please. And I'm like, no. And they go, I love it. I'll come in the afternoon. And so when we had the opening, sent the message, and they've come in to save us. So
I suppose what we do, if this happens again, is we make a list of these emergency. So we have backups.
We have backups in that. Now, I know this is a bit crazy to say at episode 17, but should we implement a theme to the podcast to make the next 8 episodes?
I think we should wait till the 24th.
Oh, it's not about like the marketing or the it's more that just to get through the next 7, a theme will help us. That's all I'm saying. It's less like.
I realise I'm still trying to work Leg Spinner into an episode. Like, you remember we were going to put, like, try and work in... I thought it was going to keep us sharp where we try and come up with a catch, but we just didn't.
If you used Leg Spinner, it would be a Leg Spinner to me, because I'd be like, what was that? You know?
Yeah, I don't remember I don't remember the context.
It's a curveball.
It was a curveball.
It's the English-Australian conversion.
Well, we could have done a... I mean, it doesn't work with this, but I was going to say like a Kaiser Soze sort of Usual Suspects where you look at... You pick something in the room. But yeah, forget that. A theme. You've got an idea?
Well, I think, the Leeds tarot cards, they were like
£27.
£27.
You gotta make them.
So we got to use them, I reckon. We got to get them out. So I guess we can do this with our guest that comes in here today. And I know we have got a little bit of a instruction manual here. Oh wait, these are the credits.
List of the artists. I looked at it. I don't.
Do you know any of these people?
No.
I thought you were friends with the artists. I thought you guys were all like little, like knew each other in a bit of an incestuous way. Well, okay, we have the tarot cards, right? And we will sort of use these to predict the people's future, I guess. We could look up the meaning for them online.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a go? Okay. So
hang on, I have to look up.
This is the Leeds tarot cards. But what's more disappointing about these Leeds tarot cards?
It's got nothing to do with Leeds.
It's got nothing to do with Leeds. The people that created them are from Leeds.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I don't even know if that's true. Is that the case?
Leeds artists. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it is, yeah.
But they're just They're just the actual pictures, you know? They look pretty good. I mean, this one here looks sick. That's the one I'd want, the King of Swords. It's a frog with a sword. Anyway, so...
Maybe Holly knows
okay, so maybe we'll try that.
Maybe she knows.
Maybe we'll try but I'm saying I think we should implement some sort of theme just to get us through the next 8 episodes. Is it 7 episodes?
No, 7.
Oh, that is fantastic. Raheem is not messaging. Like, I sent him a back saying, what do you think of my hands now?
This is okay.
And he wrote back, okay.
He thinks they're okay.
But that's the reading?
Yeah.
Like the hands are okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's disappointing.
If you want him to lie, you have to pay for that. That's what he told you, so...
Yeah, okay.
Or he's not actually, that number isn't actually his, and he's just telling you he thinks your hand's okay.
So yeah, look, I'm what, like, you haven't eaten since what? A proper meal since what, like?
Since yesterday? I mean, I've had, but I feel kind of okay. You're very worried about my
nutrition.
Yeah, but
I am.
I mean, other than you eating a
well-fed co-host is a good co-host.
Maybe that's what.
My mum always taught me that.
She's a wise lady.
Yeah.
You've only eaten one thing more than me, haven't you?
It's the smashed avocado.
Yes, that is green.
And the halloumi sandwich that we had, and that sort of got us through, but. We're waiting for our sponsor, the Indian Pizza, at 6:00. Right? Dishoom.
I think
meets
so.
with yard sale. This sounds good. And may I ask, without trying to sound greedy, how many pizzas do you get?
I have no idea. Normally one, but like I've explained what we're doing, and so it's just a surprise. I mean, we will see.
Okay, and you've got your half marathon on Saturday. Now, I reckon if anything, we should be focused on that. What are we going to do?
Well, I bought some new shoes for it, and I was hoping they'd have arrived so that I could somehow write them off as a business expense by implementing them into this podcast. Like, if they arrived and I went, oh, they're the shoes, I could then say to the accountant, that was a business expense.
Yeah.
But they haven't arrived. So, other than that, the plan is, what do you want me to do? I mean, I'm going to stay awake today. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, just put shoes on, go for it. I can feel a bit of a tinge, like I've done, you know, and it's like, so it's like I can't bail because I've been raising money. So it's like, I don't know how much you're supposed to push through and how much you're supposed to just, I would be mad to just wait until Saturday and just run 21 kilometers.
Is this the kind of marathon where people walk it in funny costumes?
I don't know, because I've never done one. It's a half marathon, but I feel like there'll be lots of serious people, and then maybe I'll be with the really old people at the back.
And where does the run go from? From where to where? Like,
I haven't even checked the route. It's the Royal Park run, so it's kind of like, I think it's all the central parks, like Hyde Park, Regent's Park, St. James's Park. So it's like it'll probably go through like a protest, don't know, and, you know, it's like whatever's going on over the weekend. Maybe that'll speed me up.
Nice.
I think it's going to be fine. It feels, at this point in time, it feels like a world away. It's just the next challenge.
Well, I know
tomorrow.
you're calling this is the mental, like, you know, you've got the physical marathon on Saturday, you had the mental marathon.
This is the endurance training.
Yeah, the mental marathon on Monday. So that's all pretty good, man. I think we're ready for it. A few stretches, and I think we're ready to go. But you're our next guest.
You may have to prep me on this one.
She's come in. She's saved our ass. We had no guest, and she saved us. She's a fantastic comedian, fantastically absurd, silly act whenever I see her, and she has also appeared recently in Tim Vine made a movie.
Oh, you were talking
Plastic
to me
Jesus,
about this.
and
Plastic Elvis.
Plastic Elvis, Plastic Jesus song. Fuck, I'm crazy. But let's make her feel welcome. So our next guest it's Holly Byrne.
Coca-Cola bottles out.
Yeah.
Serious?
That's for guests.
That's for guests.
That's for you.
I just realised we still have the bleach out as well.
Perfect,
so-
I'll have that, thanks. Not
like
the cola bottles.
combination?
You're not into the glucose to Haribos.
I am into it, but I'm off it.
That's good. That's good. Holly, thank you for coming in here. You have saved our life. We appreciate it. How are you? How has your day
Classic
been?
Classic me. I'll sit back from the microphone because I have a rather tendency to shout.
I think it's
Look at him wincing.
It's good. It'll keep me alert.
How are you guys feeling?
we're feeling relatively better than I thought I was going to feel, but also still pretty shit. Yeah.
Is this big dip time or
big dip time?
have we had big dip?
Sort
Or
of,
is it all a big
we've
dip?
had a dip.
We've had little
but
dips, but not a big. No, I think you're perking us up. We're
Okay.
excited.
Yeah.
You've got a great energy,
Okay.
and that's keeping me going.
Yeah.
But
It's, I feel like when this starts to turn,
When the sun
that's-
goes down.
that's when it
Sleepy
may.
times.
The reality.
time.
I think that's when the reality of what's going
you've
on
done.
well,
yeah.
talking about sleepy times at a podcast, it would be a great time to transition to your podcast because don't you do it in a? Where do you record your one? In a?
Yeah, you had it. You were so
In a bed, in a fort, in a pillow, in a house, in a house, in a.
I love the segue you were trying to get to. Do you know where I record my podcast? It's just in a plain old house.
But I feel like it has like a. I feel like from the visuals that I've watched, the clips, it has a. It's a.
Well, no, it's a sofa with some art behind it. Although I've now changed the room which I do it in, so it's all different.
This must
But
be
it
what I
is
was
from
talking
my.
about.
It's from my house, and it's about houses.
There we go.
So, I mean, sort of the same as this,
Can
but
I-
not about houses.
Can I tell you a saying I heard in Greece, which I have mentioned a few times in the podcast, but I'm trying to bring it back to the
Your
mainland.
holidays.
And I'm trying to bring it back here to the mainland, and you just reminded me of it. Well, because this taxi driver asked me if I ever know any any Greek words, and I said I think I know one swear word, and I told him, he goes, "That's not a swear word." He goes, "This is an insult," and he told me what it was in Greece, and he told me this saying, whatever the Greek phrase was, and I said, "What does that mean?" And he says, "Fuck your house." It's the big insult.
Goodness.
Could be a tight.
Like it's your house and all those who live in it.
Everyone,
and
yeah,
all that business.
and all your possessions and everything like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it's just reminded me of that. Yeah. So when you say you got a house podcast, I was thinking, oh yeah,
I've got an insult for that.
I've got an insult
what
for
you-
the
That's where you
podcast
went.
and everything. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I thought, yeah, you got a house. I'd fuck that house podcast. That's what I thought. You know, yeah.
Insult that.
Fuck that house. But no. You were recently in a movie. This is the big news I want to talk about.
Okay.
The big
Big news.
a big film with Tim Vine. I'm a big fan of Tim Vine. And can you tell us a little bit about that, the flick?
I can tell you about the flick if you'd like. So the flick was, I mean, basically I got a text message. Do you know that he's not on? Tim Vine only started on. He only got the internet in COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
True story, right?
That is cool.
Pretty fun, right? The same as I think Vanessa Feltz. I worked with Vanessa Feltz once. You know Vanessa Feltz?
I know Vanessa.
Yeah,
Not
and she was
personally.
telling me, this was a long time ago, and she was explaining to me how she'd never been on the internet.
I'm kind of jealous of people that are in a way old enough to not have needed it.
And but I said to you, I said to her, and I found this absolutely fascinating. Yes, I agree. It's but also, how do you keep going in this world, especially in the world of entertainment? So she said, well, her daughter, if she needed to book something or go on holiday, her daughters would do all that. Or if she needed a cab, the office would do. And you think, yeah, you see, that's the rub, isn't it? If you're basically strong-arming everyone around you to do all your dirty work, and you've got enough money to do that, and that for them to sort of say nothing and go along with it, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think if you hadn't used it, it's bad psychologically. Like I think because when computers and this started to like become very popular and mainstream, it was like kind of the reverse it is now. Like the nerds were really good at computers, and then you were kind of cool if you knew nothing about tech. And now that's 180. Like it's like it's kind of cool to be the tech bros and the younger, and now you're kind of a dinosaur if you don't know how to use the internet.
But it's like it can't escape. I was listening to, I think it was on Conan O'Brien's podcast. Werner Herzog was on it, and he doesn't have a phone, but he's had to get like a burner phone because he can't park his car without downloading an app for the car park. So it's basically made it impossible to not have. And he's an independent man, so he's basically bought a phone just to download a car parking app.
This is the way it's going, but you see, it's people like Elton John doesn't have a phone. People like that, they can
afford to not have a phone.
Yeah, you don't need a phone, do you? You know, you don't need to be on social media for Elton John or whatever. But it doesn't affect their world. But I think it's all going down that. I think that's where we're all going.
Where?
We're all going back to analog.
I think so.
We've got. It's genuinely heading that way. It has to, because we're all dying here inside, and it's we're shriveled up messes, and our heads are like going to gunk. It's the only way it can go.
I have an 18-year-old son who will be back soon, and he's been deleting the apps. It's like there's a bit of resistance to that stuff now. And I feel really embarrassed because I depend on like Instagram for my career, and he's just going no, and I'm like, I want to do that, but I literally have no other
I know, this is it
now.
But he'll be ahead of the game. I think that's brilliant. And I think that's where it's all going. I think anything that's, because in about 4 years' time, everyone with normal jobs, no offense everybody in this room, but everyone with box standard normal jobs who goes out and he's just sitting there rolling his own for like the next 2 hours or whatever. That's his job, right? Everyone who goes to the office gets paid a proper amount of money, you know, gets P45s and all this kind of business. These guys are going to get their P45 in about 4 years' time because it's all going to go AI-wise, isn't it? Yeah. The only people who'll be left with jobs is people like us who ironically don't have any jobs. But you know what I mean? Anything with human connection, anything that means that you've used your hands and used your, you know, soul.
Yeah, it's why painting doesn't actually die. Because the skills, people still respond to human skills.
This is it. This is it.
Every time technology comes in, they go, "Oh, painting's dead." Because I come from an art world, and it was like when I was at art college, it was like when conceptual art was big, and it was like painting's over because it looks archaic, and it's like nobody's painting anymore. But actually, everyone's still painting. And
it moves on. It moves the art on. So they say apparently that with the advent of AI, music will, and any sort of art form will have more. What'll end up happening to it is anything that's created by man will have more kind of authenticity to it. It'll have more. There'll be potentially more sort of roughness to it, accidents to it, and more kind of like there'll be more blips in it because we can accept that that's human art, as opposed to AI art, and I think that's like exciting. It'll change the art. Like
I think
Picasso.
What will become a thing is just flaws and mistakes.
Yeah.
Everything's too
It is,
perfect.
yes, exactly.
Like I was saying before, it's like
depends
the balding thing. It's like I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna let it happen. I've been paranoid about losing this hair because it's been my.
Well,
I know it
you've
looks.
got a lot of it.
I have, but it's been it's been doing its thing, and it's been my personality. He told me when I told him it was going. He said, "You can't go bald. It's
all you've got."
It's all you, essentially.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know he's right, but
that's
then
troubling, isn't it?
I don't think I said it that harshly, but yeah.
Over the 17 hours that I've been sitting with Ray, it's been confirmed that everything says is right.
It's not everything I say is right. I've said a lot of incorrect stuff.
Wow.
But I've just realised over the last few months, it's like, it's fine because that's human. It would be braver and more punk to let it happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're right. It's like it will go analog and it will go back.
Because we're so sick of it. We're so sick of scrolling.
Can I say what my friend did in Greece that I was travelling with, and he's like really good with this stuff, and it made me feel like really shit because he puts his phone on airplane mode till he needs to use it, so he doesn't allow people to that. So it's and he'll just switch it on like airplane mode. So he'll go on, he'll have a little binge, a little scroll or whatever every now now and then. And then it's back on airplane mode. But they can't, he's not getting messages all day. He's not that. And he's set a precedent of being a guy that's quite aloof and hard to get in contact with and stuff like that. So people don't get annoyed. They're not like, why didn't he call me back? Why is he phone? They're used to it. They're like, oh, have you got in touch with?
But you do need to set those parameters in. You need to set that characteristic in, because if people, then your mum will be like, you're dead.
Yes.
It's that.
So you have to start treating people like a bit like shit now. Stop calling people back.
Sure.
Not doing it. Get them ready, and then switch your phone off.
Yeah, but it's so difficult because even like, my son the other day, he left the phone in an Uber because he got drunk. And that's what's happening now, 18 years old. I think I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He got it back.
Like your son doesn't need it though, so fine.
But it is weird to not be able to get in touch.
Yeah.
You're so used to just being able to message. And it kind of does make you anxious when you can't get it. It's almost like a team game. So we all have to have them. Because if one of you goes, I can't get in touch. I'm still feeling anxious because I haven't got the community. So imagine being the first person with a mobile phone. No one else had one. It's like, what's the point?
It's useless. Well, that's what they say about... that doctor...
It's just Snake.
That doctor in America who's written that book, Dr. Jonathan Haidt? Do you know about this? No. And he's the one who's championing no phones for under 16s. And he's saying that basically what needs to happen is it needs to happen as part of the community. So you can't just take your phone, not give up one kid a phone and everybody else in the school to have a phone, because then they'll just be shunned, and everybody needs to do it. That's what we need to do worldwide. We all need to go, let's chuck them in the sea, man.
I think with the phone, it's like when you're talking about Arthur blocking and stuff, our generation with this stuff and all digital, it's like we're like the smoking generation. Like they've learned about it now and it's too late. It's like I've already fried my brain with all this bad pornography and all this advertising and social media. Like I shouldn't have done this. Now it's too late to get rid of it.
And we're the sort of privileged ones that grew up with both. It's like I grew up knowing a world without, and now I have it.
Have you heard of iPhone Face? Arthur doesn't have it, but it's like anyone that's like under 20 sort of thing, I think, has like iPhone Face. So their faces are developing differently.
Really?
And that because you look at. Sorry, it's more. Who's the OnlyFans girl that's like makes more money than the basketball players and that?
Is this a trap?
No.
The girl who slept with everybody, you mean?
No, not the Bonnie Blue one. The one that's like makes the most money more than the basketballers and that. She's like
what does she do then?
I think it's not even porn. It's like it's softcore porn, but it's like she's 18 years old and American or something like that. Sophie Rain, that's the name, and she's made more money than like the NFL play, all the NBA players, the basketball players, like LeBron James and stuff like that. The biggest sports stars in the world. She's sort of making as much money. She's like, but her face is like a prime example of that. It's kind of, what it is they have no wrinkles because you get wrinkles from moving your face and speaking to people more and stuff like that, and they're interacting with people less, and it's more texting and stuff like that. So their faces are like these round moons, these soft, and it's iPhone face. It's like anyone that's under 20.
Well, also they've got iPhone hunch, where we're going back to the Neanderthals.
Yeah, and we're going to have bigger thumbs apparently.
Yeah, cool.
Because you can do that. Well, apparently that'll be like, girls will be into that. They'll be like, oh, he's got big thumbs. He's obviously like doing his internet banking there. Yeah. He's got a big thumb. He must be swiping left and right with that thing. Look at that thumb, Yeah. That's. I was going to say on the thing of AI creating art, I think it depends on the art form a little bit. Like some art, you can separate the art from the artist a bit easier. Say like dance music or like sort of electronic music. If that was made synthetically with AI, I wouldn't really know because I'm not really going, is that DJ thing? Like I wouldn't know. But then I think a book and music is harder to separate the art from the artist. I don't think acting is that hard to separate the art from the artist. And I think people like sort of that Powell, who's that Glenn Powell guy? The
actor.
Yeah, but he's kind of AI, like he's kind of he's just so wooden and bland.
I don't think I've ever even seen him.
Or
He's in, like
he's in like Twister, and he's in like
I'm out.
It's a bit. Steph Sweeney's a bit AI, you know. Sabrina Carpenter's a bit AI.
Yes, you're right about that.
Sabrina Carpenter is
she
AI.
is. I find her creepy. Man.
It's like she's kind of attractive in that, but you're looking at it, you're like, it's AI. There's something
but
doesn't
she's
really.
Sort of like something doesn't quite.
It doesn't click. It's AI. That's what I mean. So it's like these people have already been AI to me anyway. But like, as in, I mean. When they're like, oh, you can't replace us with AI, I'm like, you have been AI for ages. Like, I've never been able to relate to you. But then, like, I think about a book like Confederacy of Dunces.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite book.
Well, yeah. I don't think I'm giving anything away by saying this because it's in the foreword. But the guy that wrote the book commits suicide, and he leaves the script with his mum, and his mum went round and she finds his publisher. The publisher reads it, and his journey, he was like reluctantly read it, and he read it, and he was like, this is actually getting amazing, and it's amazing. And you read this forward, and I read it, and then you start reading the book, and I sort of had a similar journey as this guy, the publisher, because I started reading, I was like, this is everyone's favourite book, it's all right, and then it's getting better, and then it's great. It's like, wow, this is pretty good, this is great, this is fantastic. So I don't think my experience of reading that book, I think knowing the artist's story really added to my experience of the book. So I think that some things, like what you're saying, like they'll have a lot more soul and they'll have a lot more character to them because they're written by a human. But I also, at the same time, like the AI actor, Tilly Nor, I don't actually see that big of a problem for it. Like, why?
Beginning, isn't it?
But why not? Like, actors kind of modern actors, apart from like, kind of all piss me off anyway. Apart from like 10% of them.
You know your weekly job at the Moth Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't do
What
that.
about that? I've got AI.
No, people are coming. They want.
Rupert's happy to AI that.
Don't. I have been systematically putting a lot of flaws in that show every single week.
Get rid of you.
They're like, it's as human as possible. That guy's not even facing the right
way. We've put a lot of flaws into this.
We have to really show everyone that this is unedited. It's one take.
It's a human experience.
Yeah, I kept thinking this was Adolescence, the podcast, but like
Adolescence, the podcast.
They practiced it a lot, and they also did like 5 takes and took the best one. So yeah, I guess we've got another just another 4 of these to go, and then we'll pick the best one of them. Yeah.
But each 24 hours is one take.
Yeah.
How did I jump from introducing you about your movie to this?
Sorry, that was my bad because I went on a rant about how Vanessa Feltz didn't have the internet, and sorry, Tim Vine didn't have the internet until COVID, I think, and so now he just has a Nokia phone. So when you get a message from him, it's like. This is a very fast message. It's a small, short message because I've only got so many characters to use, type thing. So then he emails me, and then I was like, "Sure, I'll be in your film." I mean, very sort of like, it's a sort of Elvis, it's a spoof Elvis film, right? So, and he plays. Do you know Tim Vine?
I don't know him personally.
No,
I know of him.
So he plays a 31-year-old Elvis, and I play his 16-year-old sister. Which in itself is great fun. Finally, a playing age I can get behind. Not being AI'd. So yeah, and it's and when you read the script, you're like, what? But it's very much that kind of thing that doesn't read. But when you're in it, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, he's a genius. The guy is a genius. So it was basically a chance for him just to have loads of fun and for everybody else to have loads of fun. So he just wrote a script which would mean that he just put all his favorite things into a script, which is a great way of, why not? Yeah, if you're gonna, he self-funded it obviously. So if you're gonna self-fund something, put all your favorite things in it. So he loves classic cars. He rented a shit ton of amazing classic cars. It was like a 2-week shoot or whatever. One day we went round the Isle of Wight in John Profumo's yacht. Obviously John Profumo's dead now, but it was a fabulous yacht. and he built a whole Hawaiian bar in a studio. I mean, it was, for somebody who's self-funding a film, he went for it. It was sort of extraordinary. 26 songs in it. He's an amazing. It's a lot of songs.
How long's the movie?
An hour and a half.
Okay.
We were on the boat.
You should have known that.
Clapping and sing along to the song.
I'm trying to do the maths. That's literally like the whole thing's in song.
It's a lot of songs. Yeah, it's not the whole thing.
I heard a Tim Vine story once about his birthday party, I believe. I'm not sure if you know this story, if you were there.
Yeah, I think it was from Tim Key.
It's Tim Key, tell me. Yeah, it's saying like he sung a whole bunch of songs, and then there was he had all these balloons in like a net at the top, and it goes, and now it finished like all. I think he sung. It was something like the number one from every year or something like that for a decade or something like that. Did that, and then he finished, and he goes, "Thank you for coming to my birthday, and now it is time to release the balloons." And like the net comes down and the balloons just stay there. He goes, "I should have filled them with helium." so it's quite just funny, like to me.
He's very good at just what he's so brilliant about him. He does things because he loves it, and it really shows in the film. Like the film, you can see how much passion is in the film and how much he's doing something for the love of the film. He's not doing it for industry, business, for money, for any. Well, yeah, certainly not. So, I mean, or like Prestige is just doing something because he enjoys it and he loves it, and so like I think he like has loads of like personal jokes that he just enjoys like to just for himself. Apparently, one day he was telling me he had this like little car, like a Ford Fiesta or whatever, and he thought he'd get up on a ladder and paint on top of on the roof of the car. He'd paint in massive letters, "It's not me," on the top of the car roof, and he just did that so whenever a police helicopter's out, they can see. and apparently he just for his own bit of fun, you know. And apparently he was up there doing that, and it was his mum's or something, and his mum said, "What are you doing?" So I'm doing that, I'm painting the roof of the car, blah, blah, blah. And she just went, "Oh, really? At lunchtime?" And it was more that, and he was just saying, it was so funny. She didn't even ask, "Why are you doing that? What on earth are you playing at?" Yeah. She was just, upset that it was at lunchtime. He's a lot. I mean, yeah. So it's a very funny film.
Where is the film? Where can we see the film?
Well, at the moment, we had a premiere at the Curzon Soho, and then we had another showing at Prince Charles, but I don't know what he's going to do with it now.
Okay.
It's kind of like this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just, at the moment.
It's a passion project, guys.
Yeah.
You got to fall in love with it first.
Yeah. You could say we've fallen in and out of love with it throughout the way, yeah.
When did you most regret the idea of doing it?
There was one point where I was actually falling asleep talking to someone.
Who was that? Me?
No, it was nothing to do with the guests themselves. It was just like that time, that hour. But Michael, I was like, at Michael's interview, and that was at 11 o'clock. So we weren't even halfway. I was thinking, if I could get out of this job somehow.
What time did you start?
Midnight. To midnight. So
who's Michael?
Michael is a musician that was on at 11.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
Nearly at the halfway point.
And then who's dropped out? You were saying you were going to tell me.
We had Alistair Green that's dropped out.
Well, he wasn't ever properly in. He never.
Your correlation. He doesn't even reply to me at the moment. Babak made a pilot, and Alistair Green was in the pilot, and so they have a relationship. And I mean, I play table tennis with Alistair Green, but this guy has set a precedent of like replying when he wants to, with me anyway. So it's kind of like said, yeah, I'll come do it, but then never really replied and never really confirmed. So I was like, I don't think he's coming. And then he was doing that to Babak, but a little bit less to Babak, a few more replies. Okay. So we could never really find out what he was doing.
He's a hard one to pin down now.
He says he's not well.
Oh.
This is on video.
You think it's not going to come on here, then watch the episode that he didn't do. I don't know, yeah.
No, well, you've got another 4 to record yet, haven't you?
Yeah, we're thinking about a
4. No, we've got another.
No, your adolescence. I mean, your series. Not
another. Yes. We're thinking about having a theme for the last 5, 6, 7 episodes.
Having a theme?
Just to make it a bit easier to get through, I think. So, yeah.
I think this is, yeah.
But I think we're doing all right.
I think we are too, but if it was just like we get in there, we
What
play
about
a game.
that's going to be at night time, so what about ghost stories or something?
Do I have any ghosts?
No, you don't know. Somebody has to bring them, don't they?
All right.
Who have you got coming on later?
We've
Any
got
ghost
Jack Barry
stories?
coming
No.
after this. Does he a ghost guy?
No idea.
No.
I think we just let it.
Let it happen, guys.
happen.
Doesn't happen, yeah.
You know, play around with that flash, the bleach, and the cola bottles, and the head massager.
Oh, the head massage is good.
I mean, we did
The
half
joint
an hour on AI.
Do you know when I come? I'm assuming you want me to fill some time.
Oh, please.
Whenever I get off at Dalston Junction, I used to spend a lot of my time in Dalston, like 20 years ago, when it was really, the place to be. And for my 30th birthday, I decided I was going to have a paint party. This is what just Dalston always reminds me of.
What's a paint party?
Great question, guys, and you said it at the same time.
That's 17 hours for
So you're vibing with each other.
Yeah.
You're on the right wavelength. So
Keep-
what's a paint party?
Keep
they
that
asked?
clip for the reel.
Look, like the synchronicity was beautiful levels.
The only problem is I've been massaging my
That's
head.
fine,
with
I'm
You're
this
going to
thing.
go to sleep if you do that
I'm
anymore.
waiting
Yeah,
for
you're
my
right.
turn.
Yeah, you go for it, man.
So what's a paint party? So I just thought I want to have a paint. My idea was sort of like a food fight, but in paint, right?
Right.
And this was.
Where did you do it? I've been here. for 20
Yes,
years.
I'm about to get
Okay.
there.
Food fight with paint.
So, it's a long time ago. So I thought, where's going to let me throw paint around? And back in the day, obviously, everything was a shit tip round here. So I don't know. A friend of mine knew somebody who owned the warehouse in Gillett Square.
Oh, yeah.
So a guy who owns a boys' club.
Which one's the warehouse then?
Well, it
Is
used
it now
to.
the fancy restaurant?
It's now Jones and whatever,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Now a fancy restaurant, classic Dalston, right? It's gentrification gone mad, guys.
Well, you know what? Actually, Gillett Square sort because I do a show on NTS in
Right.
Gillett Square, and I have done for 11 years. And
Oh,
I'm
it
sure-
is Gillett Square, isn't it?
I don't even know.
Well,
Actually, I'm gonna.
I'm
go
not
with you.
sure.
But if
think it might be-
the razor, it's Gillette.
They don't sponsor it, so I don't.
No, but
know.
it's spelled the same.
Oh,
It's-
it's spelled
So
the same.
Gillette, the best man. I'm saying that's the only bit of
My
evidence
30th
we got.
birthday wasn't sponsored by Gillette, unfortunately.
It's
And then it said,
refreshing,
but
it's
the
refreshing.
catchphrase is still the same. Sorry.
yeah, what? Still on.
Yeah.
You still got it.
It's refreshingly hasn't, it kind of feels like one of those bits of London that hasn't changed too much, although everything around it's changing.
What, the
It's still-
square?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Although saying that,
But
the warehouse
the
doesn't
warehouse
exist,
isn't there
it's,
anymore. So I went and visited, and I'm like, and it was just a bog standard, huge warehouse where there used to be a lot of music videos and stuff done there. Anyway, I went to meet the guy, and the guy who owned it was called Baron von Sanderson, and he's one of these guys who dressed as an Edwardian fop for the whole of his life. Do you know what I mean? And he lived above the warehouse, and I said, so I'm going to be having a paint party. Is that going to be all right if I'm like flinging paint around? Oh yeah, of course. No problem. And I think it was about £100
to hire the
to
space.
hire the space, and it was a ginormous space, right? Yeah, listen and weep, Jen Zedders. So about £100, and with that came a sort of a bar in inverted commas, and the barman had no teeth and stuff like that, and it was like just like, bottles of wine and whatever. But this is brilliant. So I thought, where am I going to get all this paint from? A friend of mine told me about a paint reclamation yard in Leighton or Leytonstone. Took myself there, and they're giving away. You could just get as much paint, like just old paint. So I got 145 litres of emulsion paint, all different colours under the sun, for 20 quid.
That's really.
I took it back home. I put it in a storage unit thing, and then I bought like loads of like baby baths. I bought loads of squeezy things like ketchup bottles which squeeze. I bought like loads of balls and brushes and rollers. And then I bought everybody in the post from the invitation, sent everyone an invitation in the post with white, those white overalls, like paper overalls, and those blue shoes that go over your those blue things that go over your feet, right?
It sounds like one of them freak out parties.
Look, hey, it was a long time ago. And then I wrote on the blue shoe things to everybody, just wear something you don't mind getting dirty. I didn't really tell them what was going on. Anyway, so cut to, it's like my birthday's the week before Christmas, so it was a Saturday before Christmas, right? Busiest night of the year. And I ring it was back in the days, no Uber, Addison Lee only, rang an Addison Lee, came to pick me up. Me and a few of my friends started putting all the paint, 145 litres of emulsion paint in the back of the Addison Lee. And as we're doing it, the taxi driver said, "Is this paint going to be all right?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, cool, yeah." Oh. So we get to Gillett Square. We open the back of the cab, and it looks like someone's killed Kermit. Bright green everywhere.
Pouring out.
Not pouring out, but all over the back of the Addison Lee.
Yeah.
Don't forget, on the taxi driver's busiest night of the year, the Saturday before Christmas. So I had this 2 hours of sort of prep time. So like 5 of us were there trying to remove the green paint from the inside of the Addison Lee. I mean, we did as best as we could do, but there was still green paint all over the Addison Lee. Anyway, I managed to calm him down and I paid him off. In some respect, he was very nice about it. I mean, terrible, isn't it? Very nice about it. Anyway, so then everybody arrives, like 100 or so people, whatever, and I shout go, and within I literally half a turn around, and in half a second there is paint everywhere. We are chucking paint, throwing big cans of paint all over us. Whacking at each other, throwing up big canvases with people in it, with paint in it. Incredible. The best party that ever has been. And it's gone down in folklore here because, basically, cut to the next day. So there's paint. I mean, even if you're wearing as many clothes as you could wear, there's paint, everywhere. Everywhere the next day. Every orifice, every piece of clothing, you're done for, right? It was down the toilets in the place. It was everywhere. So the next day, I'm me and my friend go around. I'm going around. I'd left loads of stuff there, and I sort of was going around to sort of, in inverted commas, clean up. But I thought, what on earth am I going to do? Because the place was absolutely wrecked. So I knocked on the guy's door. And of course, it's the Edwardian Fop, and he's like, his eyes are out, literally nowhere to be seen, And he, again, dressed like an Edwardian Fop, and he's sort of got girls, when they've got girls fanning them. He's sort of like that. And so he reluctantly came down and got his keys and I said, I just need to do some sort of cleaning up. And he got his keys, and he had this big sort of jailer set of keys, and he couldn't get the key. He's like, it's really struggling. I can't open I haven't got the wrong key. I've got the right keys. I don't know what to do. And he said, what do you want? Can you come back tomorrow? I said, oh, no, I'm going away tomorrow. I can't. He said, oh, what do you need? I said, oh, I don't need anything. I just sort of, need to clean up. And he said, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, we'll do that. So I just ran. Because I thought, he's not got a clue. So that was it. 100 quid, absolutely wrecked the joint. But then a few weeks later, a friend said they'd been speaking to somebody in Hackney, and they were like, oh yes, did you hear about the incredible party at Gillett Square? Apparently the whole place had to be repainted. It was absolutely incredible. Wild. Went down in folklore. So, and to this day, go to Gillett Square, you can see a faint circle of where Kermit was killed.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
So that's always my vibe when I'm getting off at Dalston Junction.
Well, it's nice to have that memory.
I got that memory.
And to be fair, the Addison Lee, green's quite a Christmassy colour, so it's like...
Quite a Christmassy colour, yeah. Yeah.
Well themed for, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I'd be blacklisted now if it was Uber, wouldn't I?
Yeah, rating systems.
Yeah,
they didn't really exist
you know,
then.
it was fine.
I kind of miss Addison Lee was revolutionary at the time. As a band person, it was like finally you could book a big cab and let them know in advance that you were going to have stuff to load in, and they were okay with it. Because before that, it was like people you'd book something, they'd drive by, see it, and slowly drive past and go, "Oh, we're not doing that," and you'd just be on the corner outside the venue for hours.
Quite expensive though, weren't they? They were always like £27.
They were always 27.
Yeah, weren't they?
Flat fee. Yeah. Didn't matter where you were going.
London to Edinburgh, 27 quid, mate.
Oh, it's nice that I miss that bit of, because I've lived here for so long.
This is a great place to live, though.
It is, but and I've got older in that time, so I've kind of grown with it. But it has changed. No, but I said not in a sophisticated, mature way, in the sense that I am now a 47-year-old man, not a 27-year-old.
No, I hear you. We're no Benjamin Button.
Because I used to be in a band, and all the bands used to rehearse here. And in my head, that's still happening. But actually, I look around and when the Marks and Spencer's food hall opened, it's like, okay, that's changing. But also, I do go to the Marks and Spencer's food.
Do.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's not like I'm not using it. But then you suddenly step back, you don't see it because I'm still seeing it with the old memories. All these new places opened, and I haven't been in them. And now they're still new in my head, but they're like 10 years old. The weird sort of Sex and the City style cocktail bars and things down that strip of Kingston Road.
Yeah.
So it's like in my head, it's still the old.
Yeah.
And that's why I like Gillette. I'm scared of Gillette Square, embarrassed to say, but I'm really happy that it still exists.
Scared of it in what way?
I guess not scared of it, but it's kind of like I never feel comfortable just standing around on. It's different times.
Why? Do you think it's dodgy?
I mean, when Arthur was younger, I'd remember I'd be talking to one of the other sort of DJs at NTS because the booth was in the square, sort of in the corner, and he'd just be a kid sort of, and there'd be guys sort of pulling at each other's dreadlocks and things, fighting, and everyone's drinking all the time, and it's the thing is I don't want that to go away.
Yeah,
but it's
I know what you mean.
But I'm not. I don't know. It feels like I'm walking into somebody else's spot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to accidentally be
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Gentrification man who's like, oh, I shouldn't be here.
Gentrification man. That's a
superhero if I've ever heard one. Wait.
And who's his arch nemesis?
Huh?
Old gentrification man.
I guess the opposite.
Oldie worldy man.
Stuck in his old ways.
No, it wouldn't be stuck in his old ways.
Yeah,
and it'll be sort of artsy,
You mean it'll be like Gangland Man or
That's what I mean. We're not changing. It's stuck in your own.
I'm trying to work out if gentrification man's good or evil. It's evil, right?
Well, this is
what side you're on.
This is the thing, because you're always going to shop at the Waitrose when it pops up.
He's vaping. That's all I reckon. He's vaping.
Gentrification.
Gentrification man.
Yeah, he's vaping. Because it's a symbol of someone that's sort of modern. And then,
he's vaping and he's got iPhone face.
But the thing is, it's the artists that unfortunately do, bring the value and then get priced out.
This is the thing. This is the thing. But also, Londoners who, native Londoners who've been here for years and families have been here for generations can't live here anymore.
No, well, this is my problem now. It's my rent went up a bit, and I've been here a long time, but I'm renting, and it's it's still if I was to move, it's still a deal. It's actually cheaper than anything else.
Yeah, it's cheaper to stay here, but it's getting more expensive.
The older I get, it's the more silly it is to be renting and just being here. But this is also my home, and it has been for ages, and this area has been.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of priced up. I've got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, no, I know.
So it's kind of what do you do? I have to make £2 million out of this podcast.
We probably will.
We probably will.
It's looking good for you guys.
I've already told you, if we sell each episode for 10 grand, that's 240 grand. We make the full series, that's 1 million.
You're giving Joe Rogan vibes already, lads.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
We jump into an ice bath between each episode. We do
1 o'clock. I don't know. I forget. 10
grand for the Ed Gamble episode.
Yeah. Maybe he'll put it out.
What time's Ed Gamble?
He was at 1 to 2, but he came late. And
we dipped.
We stalled and dipped.
We had a dip.
A big dip.
Like the routine
dip.
we
the routine fell out. I mean,
what sort of routine did you have at that point?
The regular routine of just the camaraderie and the vibe and
10 minutes. There's 10 minutes. It's like there's a structure, and then when we knew that was going to be later, it allowed you to just go. Ugh.
We have a break. We have our closing song, which is actually a song from our first podcast we tried to make, but we never did. We've had 2 podcast ideas. So one was Tesco the podcast, where we tried to make a podcast for Tesco. We made a song.
I love that.
Tesco the podcast is going to be good, and but not many other people did love it. I remember sending it to so many people, Tesco the podcast, and sing, and like we'd made a song and a music clip for it.
Did you send it to Tesco?
And we went
Did we send it to
no.
Guys, that's your flaw.
And
Here's the sort of antique
the flaw always is that we make the thing first, and then we sort of try and get money from them rather than say we'd like to do this, give us some money.
No, but here's the thing: can it be anti-sell? Like, if it wasn't any good, the podcast, the Tesco podcast, could you not sell it to Sainsbury's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Tesco song is sort of our closing song here now.
I love it.
To get us out. But this was the feedback I got when I sent it to producers, friends and stuff like that from like the BBC and other places. And the feedback I would get was, because I was so excited about it, we made the song and the film clip and I sent it to them.
Yeah.
And they were like, the feedback is like, okay, yeah, we don't hate it, but can we ask why the character's doing this? And I was just so in love with the idea. I'd never actually thought about that. And I said, it's funny, I guess. And they were like, but why?
Why the characters?
Making a song for Tesco.
Yeah,
why? Everyone kept saying, why are you guys doing this?
Why is anybody doing anything?
And I was like, I remember being like, they'd sort of convinced me at the end. I was like, why did we make a song for Tesco?
We didn't know, really.
We didn't really know.
Because neither of us really shop at Tesco's, was the downfall of
that was the whole flaw in the whole...
In fact, we both quite hate Tesco's.
That's funny, but why were they asking why? What were they asking why about?
Look,
people always want to know why.
The moral of the story, Holly, you are the target market for Tesco, the podcast, but honestly, the reaction has been the exact opposite to that. Like, it couldn't have been, not even disliked, just subdued. No one cared.
Like, meh.
It was it's the least amount of likes I've ever got for a post on Instagram. It's actually in every way it just bombed. It was just like, oh, what?
It's a funny idea.
So we
but it's a very sad song. Maybe that's the
I made a jingle and I sent it to Babak thinking it was a jingle for our podcast, and he sent me back this like slow ballad. It sounds like what kind of what artist would you give this as an example for? It's harder because yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I just did it too slow.
Could you speed it up?
Look,
Sing it quicker?
Tesco the podcast is dead. We are now onto the 24-hour podcast.
I love
and
it.
if this thing dies, we will cut up some of this and use this in our next idea with the Tesco one as well. So
we'll just take the best bits of this.
Yeah.
Tesco one.
You had Ed Gamble on at 1 o'clock, but he wasn't on here for very long.
No, he was
on
for a little bit.
half an hour, but the first half hour.
You've been on for about twice as long as he was. And
you had a bit of a slump. Yeah, I can see why
But the problem with the Ed Gamble one that's sticking in my mind is people are going to start there. He's got the highest profile of any of our guests, and it's the slowest. It's
the chemistry in that moment. It was just when we were just not. It was everything that could have gone wrong was going wrong.
No, I've said something that I wish was edited out of every single episode. All that stuff about Conor McGregor last time, saying it was Ireland's symbol. I didn't really know about all the. Like, I don't watch the news and shit, so. I can miss public events. Like, I sort of vaguely remember hearing about this Conor McGregor getting in trouble. I never liked fighting or the UFC. No, but I'm trying to justify what I said.
What did you say?
I just kept talking about Conor McGregor.
I don't really know anything about that.
That's exactly... Oh, then Ollie and I are the same. This is the same. She loves... But I do. But then I was...
Why?
But then I had to...
we're doing it again.
What?
We're just... talking about Conor McGregor at the end of every episode.
I'm listing all the things that I want to talk about. I'm listening. So, well, Holly, you've been a fantastic guest. We really appreciate you coming on. I mean that with my whole heart.
A lot of sincerity, yeah.
I wish you all the best with like this probably if all goes to plan, this won't come out till sometime next year because we're going to release them weekly. So it's like this will be like.
I see.
So
you're not going to be big.
What are you doing March next year? You reckon?
March next year. I mean, I'll be still trundling on with my podcast called Holly Byrne's Dream House. That's a lot of fun. Lots of comedians come and talk about their dream fantasy home.
Sounds nice.
Take you on a tour.
That sounds cool. Well, thank you for coming on, Hollybird.
Thanks,
check out
lads.
a podcast.
Good
check out her
luck.
stuff. Thank you.
You can do it.
Let's go to Tesco. Let's go to Tesco. There's a place around the block where people like to go and flog.